And welcome to the Tri Life. So today, or tonight rather, special edition for the Chattanooga 70.3 Ironman Championships. As you've seen before, I preview rugby matches for the national team. So guess what? We also do triathlons in this house, so we're going to preview the field with our top 5 for Ironman 70.3. Mm-hmm. I will go first with my how I'm going to pick the field. So,
and how you're going to pick the field? So
we've got in the top 5 seeds, and I call them a dark horse, even though some people, like in the seeding, Javier Gomez is like the 10th person on the list I saw. So, which is interesting because people think he's, in your words,
a beast. He's a beast. He's the really only guy to give Alistair Brownlee a run for his money in the ITU, and he's done a very good job crossing over to the 70.3.
So top 5 seeds that were available on, so I think it was Active Triathlete, were Tim Reid, Sam Appleton, Tim Dawn, Sebastian Kienle, and Andres Dries. Number 1, Tim Reid, Australia. He posted 3:54.07 at the Philippines and 3:14.35 at Racine. If you look at Racine, Racine looks like a really flat and fast course. It's Wisconsin, it's kind of hilly, but it's not like big up and down mountains. So that's where he took second. All right, and then we have for you. So I think Tim Reid. Oh, pardon me, I didn't finish my thought. So I really think based on the courses that he ran, Tim Reid's going to top out and finish at 3rd in this field for professional men. Now to your number 1 seed.
Well, I didn't do it that way. I just did my top 5 overall.
All right. So who's your number 1?
This might be an unpopular kind of dark horse choice, but I really like her so far. Kelsey Withrow. She's American. She's currently ranked number 1 in the world. I guess that's not a dark horse because she's ranked number 1.
Not really, no. You're picking a favorite.
Most people, because we've seen a couple of these other preview videos, most people have not picked her to win it overall. Most people have said Daniela Reef or Pauline Lorenz, and don't get me wrong, they're on my list. But I like Kelsey Withrow because she's ranked number 1 right now. A little self-deprecating. Her social media, she posted that her ranked number 1, and she's like, I don't know how long this is going to last, so I'm going to post about it. Let me tell you why I like her. She's really strong year coming into 2017. Everyone knows momentum is key. She has reached the podium in every single 70.3 race she's done this year. She was second in a race in China recently I can't pronounce that name. Second in this Chinese race in August. That's August 29th. She was first at 70.3 Ecuador on July 30th, and she was first in Victoria, 70.3 Victoria in British Columbia, on June 4th. I like her. Her website has a pretty cool story that she was hit by a truck when she was on the road training in 2014, pretty serious injury, and worked her way back from that. So it seems like she's been building every year, and she's primed to make 2017 her year.
So correction on Tim Reid, I picked him actually to finish 2nd. So let's go to the 2nd seed, and that's Sam Appleton, also of Australia. He finished 1st at Ironman Racine 70.3 with 3:10.35, which is, for me, I just can't figure completing a 70.3 in 3 hours and 10 minutes.
That's like my Olympic time. Hey! If I'm lucky, hey!
So he flew on a flat course, and Chattanooga is not a flat area. If you've ever been to that part of Tennessee, it's full of, Appalachian mountains and hills. So that's going to be a different thing to look at. So I have Sam Appleton finishing third, and then I'll hit up the fourth and fifth place finishers I've selected before I hit my favorite to take first for the men.
Okay, I think for my second choice, I'm going to go with Holly Lorenz. She is the defending 70.3 champion. Follow her on the social medias. She seems to have a really good tapering going on. She was just here in Phoenix for a couple of weeks, training, gutting it out in the summertime, which shout out to Phoenix and people that appreciate the Phoenix area. So that gets her a little point for, gold star. She was first in racing. She hasn't done a lot of races this year, but you can never count her out because she is just amazing at the full distance and at the half distance. Defending champions, they come to play, so you can't say that she might not do it again, although not many people have done it again, and that'll come up
so
soon.
For my fourth place, I've got Sebastian Kienle from Germany. He finished first with a 3:56 at Ironman 70.3 Krakow, I think that's how you say it, and then took third at 70.3 St. George with a 3:46.20. That was also the race, I believe, was Alistair Brownlee's first 70.3 which he won. So that was a pretty stacked field as far as 70.3s were concerned. And I think he's just on the outside looking in, really. What do you got?
Although Kienle has come very close to winning Kona a couple times. He's always in there, and it's because I watch all the prior Konas on YouTube. So he is an amazing cyclist. Okay, who do I have for number 4 and 5? I'm going to go with, or number 5?
4.
Number 4. I'm going to go with Heather Jackson. She's another American. Forgot to mention Holly Lorenz is British. Heather Jackson is another American. She was second at the 2013 70.3, but she was first at the Steelhead 70.3 in August. That was August 31st. Oh, nice. Again, good momentum coming into this race. That's pretty recent, so I think she's primed to.
Didn't have to taper too much.
Didn't have to taper. She's been on the podium at the World Championships before, so that's always a good sign.
So, number 5, I've really got Andreas Drietz, Germany. Just a fast dude. Stuck at most of his races are in Germany, so you'll see, definitely set up for cold water swims and hills. So I'm not really. I think he might even, creep into the top 3. I'm not sure. It's going to be interesting. And then again, like I said, if you read the Ironman preview, they say it's all Javier Gomez's race. I have him seated as 10th on my list, but we're only going to do this. We're only doing top 5, so I don't really, to be honest, I don't really see Javier Gomez making the podium. And that's based on the strength of these other athletes that have put in the work this year. So, who do you got for number 5?
Number 5, I'm going to go with Annabelle Luxford. I like her. She's Australian. She was prior ITU standout for about 10 years. Then she transitioned over to the 70.3. She won the European Championship, the regional championship for 70.3 in 2017. So that's pretty recent. The only hiccup with her is checking her Twitter feed today. She's tweeting at American Airlines saying, "American Airlines, my bike is stuck in Dallas, send it to me." So she might not have a bike. If she doesn't have a bike, she probably won't place. But hopefully,
she's a pro.
The airline will get her that bike.
She's a pro. I bet you there's her bike sponsor is right there, and ready to go.
Yeah,
Here's a
with the
bike.
backup,
Go.
yeah.
Let's go.
I should have looked up who our sponsor is. Did you do number 1 yet?
Okay. First place, seeded third from Great Britain, is Tim Don. That's who I picked to finish first, and here's why. At Boulder, he took first, finishing 3:41.32. He took first in Liusu and first at Campeche. But here's the big one. For the long course, he broke the world record at Ironman Brazil. So if this dude isn't the one is the favorite, you need to smack yourself. Because he owns a record. He owns a world record in the long course, and he's finished first 3 times this year. So Ironman Boulder, I mean, you've got mountain climbs to go up. It's altitude. You've got all the factors built into that race for 70.3. And then he went down to Brazil and just wrecked the world, taking a record in the long course. So, yeah, that's why Tim Don will be your 70.3 champion.
And that's why Daniela Reif will be your female champion. Here's why. It's because she's the best triathlete in the world. She is. She is ranked number 1 in the long course rankings right now. She is Swiss. She is the only person in the history of triathlon to win 70.3 championship back-to-back. She did it in 2014. She did it in 2015. She's probably going to do it in 2017. She won the 70.3 Zurich in July. Hasn't raced a whole lot this year, but you know, she's the best in the world. She's great at the long course. She's great at the medium distance with the 70.3. Can't count her out. So big champions show up on the big stage. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
So that's it for the 70.3 Triathlon Championships preview. We're gonna bring you back.
Show you how wrong we are.
To show you how wrong we are about this. And then we will preview Kona in October.
Mm-hmm.
And like and subscribe. And also, if we're completely wrong, you can go ahead and comment.
Yeah.
Nicely. And see you guys later.